Hello, this is Mr. Knowles, and this is an Explore and Do project that we're doing for class that's titled Energy in Motion. And the purpose of this is to connect math skills with science concepts. So let me make this presentation bigger and we can get started. Energy in Motion, connecting math with science. We're going to build a ramp for a ball or a marble to roll down and record some data from our observations. We're going to do a few different types of observations or experiments. I sometimes like to call an experiment an observation because we're observing something and recording data from it. Let's talk about the materials that you'll need to gather. So you'll need a round object that rolls like a ball. I would highly recommend a marble. I think it will work best for a number of reasons. One, I would think most of us would have a marble. If not, you could get one at the store pretty easily. And two, because the marble's small, your ramp will stay small. And you can use things like paper towel tubes, which are pretty easy to get, toilet paper tubes, paper towel tubes, or gift wrapping tubes. They're different lengths. They're pretty easy to get a hold of. They're in our house, and it also keeps your ramp small. Now, if you want a challenge and you want to use a tennis ball or a baseball might be hard because of the threadings on the baseball or some like a basketball or something. Just know that your ramp's going to be much larger and longer, and the materials for your ramp might be harder to get. That might be more challenging. I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm just stating that that will be more challenging to build and have a space for it. So I would highly recommend a small ball where you could roll it through paper towel tubes. You'll also need tape, books, maybe cardboard boxes, ways to construct your ramp. And again, paper towel tubes, it's easy to tape them together or put one inside the other, and you can tape them to books or boxes to create a little ramp. You'll also need a ruler, a yardstick, or measuring tape to record distances that the ball or the marble rolls. And I would look for a measuring tape personally because chances are your house has a measuring tape in it. I would think most families would have a measuring tape, but you could try to get a ruler or a yardstick too. If you have a ruler, you might have to use it multiple times to record a distance. You need an open flat surface to build your ramp and roll the ball or marble down. So you might want to find a flat surface like a hardwood floor or a garage, or if it's a nice day, go out into your driveway. Make sure it's flat and it's not sloped because the slope will affect the distance that your marble rolls. So make sure it's as flat as possible. But think about where you're going to do this experiment. It has to be flat and a hard surface. A carpet is not a good idea because the carpet will affect how far the marble rolls. You probably already know that though. And you'll need paper and pencil to record the data. We're going to collect some data from this experiment. Okay, our first experiment or observation, we're going to answer the question of what happens if you make the ramp longer. So we're going to build different ramps. The top one's a short one, the middle one's kind of a medium length ramp, and the one on the bottom is the long ramp. And if these were paper towel tubes, this one could be a toilet paper tube. This middle one, the medium one, could be a paper towel tube. And the one on the bottom could be a combination of those by sliding one inside the other. Or this could be a gift wrapping tube because those are fairly long. I want you to notice that the height of the ramp is the same. It's consistent. That does not change. The only thing changing in this experiment is the length of the ramp. And something that changes in an experiment is called a variable. So the variable is the length of the ramp. Also to note that we're using the same marble in the experiment. So don't change the marble or the ball. You have to use the same one. throughout the whole thing. So again, the only thing changing is the length of the tubes or the ramp. How we are going to record the length, the distance that the marble or the ball rolls, is from the bottom of the ramp or the tube to where the marble stops rolling. So we'll measure from this point here at the bottom of the ramp straight to where the ball stops rolling, and we'll record that distance. You'll need to make a data table. So you'll have a data table and make sure that you write distance marble rolled. In my house, all I have are measuring tapes that measure in inches, but you might have a choice in centimeters or inches, and then just decide what you want to measure it in. That's up to you. And hopefully, you can build a short ramp, a medium length ramp, and a long ramp. So here's some pictures on the side just to give you an idea to connect with those terms. And we're going to test each ramp at least 3 times, so 3 trials. If you want to have more trials for each ramp, you can, but you have to be consistent. So if you do 5 trials, you have to do 5 trials for each of these length of ramps. I hope that this explains our energy and motion experiment. We're actually going to do more than just one. This is the first one. And I'm giving you several days head start to collect your materials, gather them up, build your ramp, or figure out how you're going to build your ramp, where the ramp's going to be, and also collecting data from your first experiment about what happens if you make the ramp longer. And again, remember that the height has to be the same. The only thing changing is the length of the ramp. And I'm hoping that we can share information that we gathered from our experiment on Flipgrid. So that's my goal. But the first thing we need to do is to be able to gather the materials and build our ramp and collect some data. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I really hope that you enjoy this experiment. I think it'll be a lot of fun.